So this is Sri Aurobindo's poetry. Let's go through Sri Aurobindo's poetry, God. Let's try to understand this one, and then we move on to the next part of the archaic English, some aspect of archaic English. Okay? So, God, thou who pervadest all the worlds below, yet sittst above, master of all who work and rule and know, servant of love, thou who disdainest not the worm to be, nor even the clod, therefore we know by that humility that thou art God. Sri Aurobindo talks about the glory of God. What is this God? How can we understand God? Look at Lord Krishna, God himself, in the forest, amidst the birds, the cows, the flowers, the nature, and on the floor, on the Mother Earth. What does this tell us? That thou who pervadest all the worlds below, the world that is below, what that means is the world of suffering, the world of pain, the world of ignorance. He sits, he pervadest, he is there. Pervade means to be present. God is present there. Where? In darkness, in dirt, in all the problems, in difficulties, in imperfections. God is present. God pervadest. Pervadest, thou who pervadest. Thou who pervadest. Yet sittst above. But he is not affected. He is above all that. He does not become the misery. He does not become the problem. He does not become the dirt. He sits above. He is there, but he is above. It's like the lotus flower. Look at the lotus flower. Lotus flower grows in the dirt. Right? In the dirt, the lotus flower grows. But the lotus flower is always above. That's how the God himself is. Master of all. He is the master of all. That means he rules everything. Who work and rule and know. He works. He is the one who is doing everything in this world, in this creation. He is the one who rules, who makes all the rules. He is the one who tells us what to be done. He is the one who is telling us, he is guiding, he is ruling over us. He is ruling the world. And he knows. He is the one who knows everything. Servant of love. But he is not only ruling, he is not only master, he is not only working himself, but he is at the same time, he is like a servant, a docile servant of love. He works for love. He surrenders for love. Anyone who loves him, he comes to him as a servant. He works for him. He becomes the servant. Like Krishna when he meets Sudama, because of Sudama's love, he washes his feet. He becomes the servant of Sudama. That's what it is, Sri Aurobindo. That is the glory of God. Thou who disdainest not the worm to be. Disdain. Disdain is to dislike, to disregard. He does not even disregard the worm to be, the whatever small thing is going to be, the worm, kira, which is insect, the small organism that's going to be. He does not disregard. He sees his own glory. He loves it. Nor even the clod. Clod is a lump of mud, small lump of mud. Okay? Small part of mud. He does not even He does not even dislike that. He loves it. He is there. Therefore, we know by that humility. So, God is filled with humility. Humility. Someone who possesses compassion, who is humble. He is the master, but he is humble like a child, like a servant. Humility. That thou art God. And that is the God. Art means is the God. Sri Aurobindo talks about the glory of God. Bhagwan ko glory. So,